Her musical style is notable for its clever lyrics and piano-driven melodies. Hi, I'm Rebecca Brayton and welcome to WatchMojo.com. And today we're speaking with Ingrid Michaelson about her evolution as an artist and her collaborations with other musicians.
I don't wanna be the one to say goodbye, but I will.
Now, I always like to get the artist's take on their musical evolution, kind of from when you first began to today. So how would you describe that?
Well, I went to school for musical theater, so I feel like and I didn't start writing until after college, so I think a lot of my initial early on pieces were very musical theater-y, so very like showy, and I didn't really know anything about the music world. I kind of thought I had to fit this mold of like this female singer-songwriter kind of a niche. I remember getting Regina Spektor's album Soviet Kitsch and Transatlanticism by Death Cab for Cutie in the same summer. I think it was the summer of 2004, and those two records on repeat all summer, and I thought to myself, I can write about whatever I want to write about. I can say whatever I want to say. It doesn't really matter. And then I started writing my first album that I really I'm still proud of. Is called Girls and Boys. There was one before that I don't really talk about. But with Girls and Boys, I picked up a guitar, taught myself guitar, I wrote a lot of songs on the guitar, which opened up a whole new world of songwriting for me, and I just started becoming a lot freer with the things I said and how I said them and how I was on stage, and that was sort of a turning point for me, and I'm just kind of honing my craft now. But I feel like I am in a place where I know what I want to say and I'm comfortable, and I feel like I'm not trying to be anything. I'm just, being myself.
You're gonna come back, you're gonna come back. I still feel you on the right side of the bed.
You've done quite a few collaborations over your career. Tell us about a few of your favorites and maybe how it kind of differs from when you would do a solo effort.
I wrote a song with Sara Bareilles called Winter Song, which was we were asked to do it. Somebody asked us to write a song for a holiday CD compilation.
This is my winter song to you. The storm is coming soon. It rolls in from the sea.
I knew her a little bit. We had met a few times and we clicked, got along very well. Our birthdays are one day apart, same year. So we wrote a song back and forth on our GarageBand, on our Apple computers, and just back and forth until it was done. And we met in a studio a few months later, recorded it, and it was done within 2 or 3 hours. And it was a very easy experience. I've had times where you kind of sit down to write with someone and it's very difficult, but with her it was very easy, and I hope we get to do it. We've talked about doing more, just very hard when two people have very busy schedules and they live on other sides of the country to get together. But that's a very special, so I love the song so much.
Had your music feature on Grey's Anatomy, and I believe also Scrubs, and quite a few places. Now, obviously, that is a way to get your music out to a vast audience. What would you say are some of today's artists' most valuable kind of marketing tools, for lack of a better term?
I think a lot of people are TV placements, commercial placements, movies. Radio is still valid, at least in the States. I use Twitter a lot. I find that that's a really easy way to connect with people very directly, but still maintain my privacy. It's almost like there's too many outlets now. There used to be like, radio, MTV, and that was it, kind of a thing. Or, you build up slow and you have a cult following, that kind of thing. And now it's just, there's so many outlets, and there's so many more bands now, I think, or we're aware of them more because of the internet, and I think things are getting very diluted, and it's difficult for anybody to kind of poke a hole through the screen, because there's so many people trying. There's not like one way anymore. There's just lots of little ways, and hopefully one of those will lead to something.
You're gonna come back around, maybe in the future. You're gonna come back.
How would you describe your relationship with your fans? I mean, in terms of, the social media aspect and that kind of thing.
I tend to be kind of silly. A lot of my silliness comes out on stage and when I'm, writing blogs or on Twitter or something. I'm a pretty normal human. I'm not like a crazy clown. But when I get on stage, I don't know what happens. I just want to make people laugh. I think I have a very nice relationship with my fans because I'm always making them smile, I hope, anyway. And then sometimes my music makes them cry because it's sad, blah, blah, blah. But then I dance around like a fool, like to a Britney Spears song, and then they're happy again.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
come back to me.